You follow the dead, is what you say?
Show to show, selling stickers in the parking lot,
Love it.
making enough money to get to the next show. I saw my first show, and I think I saw the next 35 Dead shows without missing a single one.
So let me ask you, who are some of your musical influences?
I met Duke Ellington when I was probably 5 or 6, and I still remember it. You know, that's the music my parents listened to. They listened to a lot of jazz. They listened to Duke, Count Basie. I think that was the first live music I ever saw was Duke Ellington, and we sat like in the front row, and the hugeness of sitting in front of a big band was just so exciting. I remember driving there, and we got there, parked before the show, and got to go meet a lot of the musicians. I met like Johnny Hodges and Cat Anderson, and then we sat down with Duke at a piano, and he gave me probably one of my most prized possessions, a picture of himself to Billy, God Love Duke. And so that was the music I grew up on, and so that's in me. I think my first rock album was Beatles' Revolver, and someone gave it to me for my birthday, and I hadn't listened to him before. So then I got into the Beatles and just fanatic about that. So I was always around music and always loved music, but it wasn't the thing that I wanted to spend my life doing. You know, I got into technology with my dad. I built radios with him, and then I wanted to go to school in physics. I just thought that's the best way to kind of really understand the universe, and I wanted to be a professor. Just going into my 4th year, and my mom passed. So she passed young. It was a very big surprise, and it kind of is just this like sledgehammer in the family.
I imagine.
So I lost interest in school, dropped out in my last year. My dad was pretty bummed about that. I mean, I always knew I'd finish, but it wasn't the time for me. I ended up, my neighbor turned me on to the Grateful Dead.
Oh, okay.
And we just spun vinyl one summer. I think what it connected in me is this heavy improvisational-based music, which is growing up on jazz. That's what got me excited, is just I love improvised music. It's just that, you know, that directness, and you never know what direction it's gonna go, and there's so much excitement there. So it was that improvisational kind of backbone, and it turned me on. I went and saw my first concert with a couple of friends, and it was on after that. Not just to see what they could do and how connected, but to see how it just connected with a massive crowd of humans who were just moved by it deeply, and it just changed something in me. So I went to as many shows as I could.
You follow the dead, is what you say?
Show to show, selling stickers in the parking lot,
Love it.
making enough money to get to the next show.
Love
I think
it.
I saw my first show, and I think I saw the next 35 Dead shows without missing a single one. One thing I don't think folks really know is how deep their roots go into technology. They put together the Wall of Sound in the early 70s, and they were always about hi-fi reproduction, and they really were cutting edge. So I saw like the connection between music and technology, and that's all I wanted to do. So I went back to school after doing this for several years and knew exactly what I wanted to go to school for. And so I finished my physics degree, but switched to electrical engineering, focusing on digital signal processing, knowing that I wanted to pursue a career in music tech.